See again on this piece, it's very close to the original. In fact, they look identical, don't they? So this is the original piece, and this is the art reproduction that we do in-house. This is 16 by 20, and you can see it's almost, I mean, not quite as big. Obviously, it's about half the size. So it's about half the size of the original piece here. Now, these are limited edition. They come with certificates of authenticity. And if you have any questions about them, feel free to ask. I'm going to go ahead and tell you this backstory on this piece. This piece is called, let me think now. I almost said the other piece, but we just went over that one. This one is called Merry Beginnings. And this is a piece that really exemplifies the transition between winter and spring, okay? So winter and spring, there's a lot of different elements you can see in this piece that I'm gonna go ahead and point out. So first we've got this beautiful reef that is reminiscent of spring. It's got a lot of greens, but also these are very hardy leaves. I'm thinking like more like hardwood, like evergreens type of foliage on here. It kind of reminds me of those beautiful boxwoods that you see in like a traditional English garden. You also see here we've got these little bushy pieces that are also green on the swan, and that's really reminiscent of, think of like a evergreen, what are they called, fern or something? Is it called a fern? What is it called? Cypress. It's called a cypress. So these little pieces of foliage here is reminiscent of a cypress. So this is like a boxwood type of reef, and this is like a cypress type of like the little branches on a cypress, okay? And then you can see this beautiful swan in the middle that is purple and pink dominant here. And you can see that it is open. It's got its wings open. It's coming forward, very bold, very beautiful. And it also has some kind of elements of like splashing, like it's just set down in water and, you know, spraying out its wings and giving you this beautiful, alluring look. So all of this is my representation of the transition between winter and spring. Also a very great piece to have out all year round just because of the colors that I chose to do this piece in. So I really love this piece. It's got a lot of energy and motion into it. And it's a lot of fun doing these wreaths. I really love putting these wreath pieces and a lot of different artwork that you can find on my page. You'll see that I do a lot of like wreaths or kind of wreath elements in a lot of my glass collection. I haven't done any in my newer collections, but I've done a lot of the wreaths or the kind of wreath motifs or circle motifs in a lot of my last collection and the collection before that. So basically like my last two collections had a lot of those types of elements in it. So a couple of other things that I might have not touched on in the last few lives when we've been talking about Merry Beginnings is the fact that the swan is a swan for a particular reason. When I first essentially became an adult in Virginia, I used to travel around a lot and visited a lot of the mansions around Virginia and around our area. And a lot of the things that I was seeing in the elements of the architecture, the furniture, and even the names of like streets and stuff, all had the word swan in it. And so as I grew up into an older adult, it kind of carried with me that, you know, every time I saw swans, it was very elegant. It was always in an upscale place. And I wanted to make a piece of artwork that was very elegant and upscale in look. So this is a piece that's really refined, I feel like. So if you have a dining room, I could definitely see this in a dining room. If you have a more upscale, traditional type of living room, this would be a lovely piece for a living room. So, you know, something that's very welcoming, but also somewhere you want to show some elegance.